Hello, dear friends. I'm excited to share another game-changing video with you today, and I would love to talk about the best ways how to stand out in 2022. You know, there are plenty of ways to stand out nowadays. I think the best way to stand out is to be passionate about what you do and build your path, because there are so many people who follow the crowd and they do 9 to 5 roles, they do MBAs, they put their degrees on a pedestal, then they rest on their laurels, they rarely evolve, and so they literally stand still and don't improve their results. So I think when World Economic Forum provided very essential information that number 2 top skill in the world is active daily learning, it is very apparent why it is important nowadays to drive results and to stay ahead of the curve, because a lot is changing nowadays in marketing, digital transformation, retail, and you need to learn everything daily in order to stay ahead of the curve. And whatever I'm learning today is following me everywhere tomorrow. And it is important to bear in mind that what you studied at business schools is water under the bridge, and it is no longer relevant in 2022. Actually, we work in a constant disruption nowadays, because big brands are disrupted, they go out of business, and it is like Goliath versus David. It's all about slow versus fast. So if big brands are slow, they go out of business, and if startups are very fast, they stay ahead of the curve, and they disrupt the biggest brands. For example, Airbnb disrupted hospitality brands. Uber disrupted taxi services. Amazon disrupted bookstores. So we are in a constant disruption. Banks are disrupted nowadays, and it will technology will eat up everything ahead, because big brands managers don't want to download social media apps to understand where the consumer's attention is and how to connect with them, how to build a relationship with them in the long term. And there are brands that believe in strategies existed 30 years ago, because there are managers who invested $200,000 in their MBAs, and they market like it is 1995, 2000, 2005. But we work in a mobile only world. There are 5.2 billion social media mobile users, and 60% of economy is digital in 2022. You can imagine how imperative and monumental and decisive and key digital economy is nowadays. Because if you have a great product and you don't tweet, you don't post, you don't have podcasts, nobody knows you, nobody pays attention to you. You are living your ivory tower, and nobody knows you, and you are not you are left behind. So in order to stand out in the best way in 2022 is to create content, to produce content, to share actionable, practical, game-changing, future-proof, and rewarding strategies, and to maximize your success in the long term. And the first step is always the hardest, but time after time you will continue tracking your progress, and you will maximize your success. And I also started my whole journey from a single tweet, but now the whole world works with me as a mentor, as a speaker, as an advisory board member, I'm grateful for small mercies. I show gratitude, and also a great image is very important, because I always bear in mind that a happy heart is better than a full purse. So you need to remain happy. You need to connect with your audience. You need to show gratitude. If you are on your high horse, you don't connect with your audiences. Don't connect with them. Don't communicate with your audience, consumers, prospective clients, you are missing a great deal of opportunities. I reinvent myself every single day. It's like painting the force bridge. It is very strenuous, laborious, taxing process, but it is always rewarding in the end, you know. So if marketing is the weak link in the chain at the organization, you need to change the horse in the midstream and to resync your marketing strategy. You need to download all social media apps to understand how the marketing process works and how you can capitalize social media apps to drive results in the long term. And the brands, startups have the Midas touch in 2022 because they are building $1 million companies through Instagram, through TikTok, through Twitter. And now India has more than 100 unicorns. And we see more and more unicorns from Estonia, from Israel, from United States, from Canada, because they always try their best to keep up with the latest trends in technology. And keeping up with the latest trends in technology is the best way for brands to stay competitive. Because social media marketing strategy has become 24/7, 365 commitment. So what worked in 2021 no longer works in 2022. So if you are hiding under rocks, then you are missing great opportunities. I suggest everyone to stay one step ahead, to connect with audiences, to break a new mold. You need to be considered as a trailblazer in the industry, to be considered as a market leader. In order to become a market leader in marketing and digital transformation, you need to have a cutting-edge marketing team. No excuses for social media marketing things, because they explore everything and leave no stone unturned. So I'm also hell-bent on driving success in the long term, and I succeed against all the odds, and I take pride in my work, because I'm as regular as clockwork everywhere, and my strategy works like a charm, you know. So I prepare the ground, you know, to work in the long term, because learning is what allows me to stay ahead of the car, and active daily learning is a number 2 top skill in the long term. So it allows me to win in the long term, to connect with my audiences, and happy heart, and as they say, a smooth sea does not make a skilled sailor. I mean, you have to leave your comfort zone in order to grow, to educate yourself. And education is nowadays everything. Self-education is what allowed Elon Musk to become #1 billionaire in the world, you know. So one today is worth to tomorrow's. What you are doing today will result in success in the long term, and you need to stay outside your comfort zone all the time, and push envelope. It is social media marketing is truly worth its weight in gold. So many millions of businesses have capitalized on social media marketing strategy. Someone became a billionaire because he replied to top entrepreneur who was hiring the first product marketing manager in the United States, and they built startup together. They became billionaires because of teamwork through Twitter. So I think practice makes perfect. So if you truly put in the work, go into overdrive, leave no stone unturned. If you put your shoulder to the wheel and keep your nose to the greenstone, great things will happen in the long term. And faith is everything these days. If you need to believe in what you are doing, because there are people who don't believe in what they are doing. They question social media's importance. They think that their target audience is not on TikTok, on Instagram, on LinkedIn, on YouTube, you know, and they are missing a lot, and then they are in excuse mode that they blame other people for their failures, you know. So when I work on great projects, it's always a race against time. So to add verisimilitude, my results speak for themselves. I have been interviewed more than 30 times on the web, and in leading Western media publications, and every media interview is like a working advertisement for. I put my heart and soul into every media interview, and honest to God, I never spent any dollars on promoting my personal brand across social media platforms. Never spent any dollars on media interviews, and without the shadow of a doubt, my results have started speaking for themselves, and I'm greatly benefited from social media, and I stand out in the best way in 2022 to work as a mentor, speaker, professor, advisory board member, mentor, and literally I wear so many hats, and I show the world the meaning of perseverance, So I downloaded my Twitter, the rest is history. So you will also download Twitter, and the rest will be history, So I think we need to raise a bar. We need to keep think big, surround ourselves with right people, and you will be on a path to a strong ecosystem. So it is not rocket science that actually you need to be active on social media, because it is of paramount importance, and I have gained ground, I have gone places, I have moved up in the world because of my robust social media presence, and success always depends on backbone, not on wishbone, and hard work. Hard work is a cornerstone of success. If you want to hit the ground running and to show the world that what you are made of, you have to put in the work consistently, because consistent action creates consistent results, and the world will reward your efforts. The world will reward your passion, your determination, your stubbornness. And I think that we need to we need to build our path rather than follow the crowd, because we need to master a different drummer in order to drive success in the long term. I'm very excited that I have shared this video about how to stand out in the best way in 2022, and there are a lot of ways to stand out. You can Google anything, you can join platforms, you can get interviewed, you can join podcast episodes, you can join speakers bureaus, you can build $1 million startups through TikTok, Instagram, and other social media channels, and every social media platform is available on your fingertips, and it's up to you how open-minded and how actually forward thinking you are in order to capitalize and reap benefits from social media channels. It is social media has stood me in good stead, because it is a game changer, game changer. I always bear in mind that slow and steady win the race, and patience is a virtue. Rome was not built in a day. I take one step at a time, but it results in success in the long term. It's now or never to take action. If we say that tomorrow we will take action, nothing great will happen. But if we say that I'm going to take action, and there is no time like the present to capitalize on great opportunities, then you will be on a path to a strong ecosystem. So you will have a rock solid strategy. You will surround yourself with right people. You will take a leaf from other people's book. So you will learn a great deal from other colleagues. So you never know what you can do until you try. Patience, perseverance, teamwork, listening, because we need to be in the listening business to drive success in the long term. Before I start talking about success at conferences, at summits, I learn a lot from I learn a lot from comments people leave in my post, because I communicate with them. I show gratitude. It is a two-way street. Social media marketing strategy should be a two-way street rather than one-way street. If people leave a comment on your post and you don't reply, you miss a great opportunity, because you can build success with them in the long term. So you need to remain open-minded. Open-mindedness is my biggest strength. It's my key to success. And I'm now in pole position to stand out, because I'm ranked #1 in the world. I'm an advisory board member. I mentor startups. and social media has allowed me to take my success to the next level. And punctuality is a soul of business. I'm always as a regular as clockwork, and I always strike while the iron is hot. So I always gravitate myself towards successful people because I always want to learn from the best and surround myself with the best to rub shoulder, to get inside track, and to understand how to move up in the world and go places, because you can work your way up to the top. Because I'm now a high man of the totem pole. I'm a mover and shaker. I sit the first chair, and I make the grade. I have made the grade in marketing, digital transformation, and the world puts my expertise, know-how, and practical experience on the pedestal, and I'm grateful. And I'm grateful for small mercies. We need to have short-term goals, medium-term goals, and long-term goals. And the best helping hand. The best helping hand is at the end of your sleeve. You need to take action. You need to demand a lot from yourself, and patience will make the difference in the long term. Thank you very much for watching my videos, and I'm very grateful and honored and excited and thrilled to share my practical journey with you, because it cost me nothing to build my Twitter following and build my personal brand, and anyone can follow in my footsteps and maximize their success. Thanks again for watching my videos, and don't forget to subscribe to my YouTube channel for more videos in the future, and I look forward to sharing more ahead. Thanks for your attention.